What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here yet again with another episode of Legion of Raw. It's Monday night. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. We're live and living color, getting funky like a monkey, if you will, baby. There you go. Here's your Dusty Rules, baby. All right. Thank you. Thank you, baby. You know how we do it, baby, on Monday nights, baby. I like your sound bites, man. You gotta hit me up to what's a software you use for that. I got a couple things in mind to use for those, but is it the Rode thing or the Rodecaster?
It's awesome. The Rodecaster is absolutely awesome, bro.
It's like $500-600 though, man.
I think it might be a little bit more than that.
The last time I checked, it was like $600.
Really? Yeah, it's great though, bro. I love it.
Good stuff, man. How you doing tonight, Vince?
Bro, listen, I don't know about you. Listen, before we came on here, you said that Raw put you to sleep. Listen, I'm all jacked up. All jacked up, bro, because, bro, we got the big one next week, bro.
Okay.
Reggie against Shayna Baszler. Bro, I'm going to be in anticipation of this match all week long, bro.
Yes. And that closed the show, Vince. So that was a hot cliffhanger. Tony Schiavone, we've got to go. We're out of time. You know, Bobby Heenan saying, no. You know, it's just the old school Nitro cliffhanger, man. You're excited about that,
bro? Listen, Eva Marie stole the show again, bro. That's all I could say. I'm dead serious. That's all I could say, bro.
Yes, indeed.
I swear to God, Chris, I know you pay more attention than I do. Did we not see every single match on this show 100 times before?
Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley was a different match.
Oh God.
And that's
I guess Riddle. We didn't see Riddle and Apollo Creed, right?
Yeah, we didn't see that, right? Wow. Yeah, that's new and fresh. Yeah, but other than that, 90% of the match, 90% of the show was B-roll once again. So B-roll Raw, that's what we do. Starting off with MVP with Bobby Lashley cutting another promo to start off the show.
Same exact open as last week, wasn't it? The same exact thing, right?
It's the same, absolutely.
Same exact thing, bro.
Yep. Guess who comes out? Drew McIntyre. Then Kofi Kingston comes out. Hey, I didn't need you to pin him. I pinned him. So you guys are making good points, but I got a spot. Did anybody not expect Kofi Kingston to come out here? Was this as predictable as possible here?
Hold on, Chris. Wait a minute. Say that again, Chris.
Did anybody not expect Kofi Kingston to come out here? Was that as predictable as possible?
Come on, Chris. That wasn't awesome to you? When Kofi
coming July 16th, brother. You're going to be live, brother. July 16th. This is awesome. 25 City Tour coming near you, brother.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. I mean, bro, this whole thing. And, bro, we said it last week, Chris. We said they booked that match at the end of last week's show just to give them another match this week. I mean, we said that last week. And then it's going to give them a third one.
Yeah, I was going to say, but we didn't know it's going to be yet a third week to stretch this out. Yeah. So Adam Pearce announces that McIntyre versus Kingston, #1 contender. And they have the match, and then it's interrupted by Lashley and MVP. So they did go different than what I was expecting. What I was expecting was a triple threat that came out of this for Hell in a Cell. So you know you do the typical, hey, this is going to be because it's an interference. Now both of them are #1 contenders.
But can't that happen after next week's show?
Oh gosh,
I mean exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think they're in the same exact spot, bro, to do what you're predicting.
Yeah. I got a feeling they're going to do that.
Hold on for a second. Before you start booking triple threats,
right.
We're missing 4 people on this show. Okay. What happened to Hambone and T-Bar? And where's Shanky and the other guy? Well, Where are these people? What happened to these people, bro?
Wow, that's true. No, Gender again was absent. Shanky and Cranky were absent too.
Shanky and Cranky and T-Bar and Crowbar. Yeah. But listen, I'm gonna stay true to your prediction. I think that's going to be the finish next week, and I think they're going to go into a 3-way.
I agree. I think it's going to be it. I think that's going to be the case.
Yep.
Guess what though? We got our favorite spot after that, right? Eva Marie, ladies and gentlemen. We get Eva Marie's promo and Evolution. Vince, this was exciting, man. Absolutely. This was extremely exciting.
I got to tell you something. That second one, bro, this woman's an animal. Oh my God.
The workouts were stunning.
I was watching her working out and I'm like how can anybody have heat with somebody that works that hard? And seriously, bro, when I see people working that hard, I have such envy because, bro, that really, you know, Chris, you work out, bro, that takes such a level of freaking dedication, bro. I envy that, bro, to look like that, to have the guns that Dr. Chris has, bro, that's a lot of work.
It is 5 days a week, sometimes 6. So yeah. Lots of work, man. You gotta when you do the bouncy Brooks, you gotta make sure that they bounce real good.
Oh man.
Next we got Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley volunteered to beat Nikki Cross in 2 minutes. She didn't, so that caused Nikki Cross to win the match. I guess,
bro. I want to back up here for a second, though, bro. Please help me with this, and I'm being dead serious. Are Rhea Ripley and Charlotte adversaries?
Yes, they are rivals, and looks like they are going to.
And they cut a pre-tape in the back where they're just standing next to each other talking.
Yes.
Bro, can you imagine if this was Piper and Hogan? Like, would they have a pre-tape in the back just having a conversation? Like, can you imagine, bro? Can you imagine if this was Savage and Jake? Like, bro, they're supposed to be adversaries, and they're in the back having a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I'm confused. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought these two were at each other's throats.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like some type of weird game of 1-up with 2 heels. It's like who's really invested in this,
bro? I'm so confused by this, man.
Yeah, likewise. Charlotte Flair defeats Asuka. 50-50. Asuka beats her 1 week, and now Charlotte beats Asuka. And I mean, it just seems like they're officially done with making Asuka a legitimate babyface, top star at this point.
Bro, you got to help me. Okay, who Rhea Ripley is the Raw champion?
Yep.
Who's the SmackDown champion?
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. Okay, so Rhea Ripley is the Raw champion. Okay, yeah, bro. How many times have we seen this match? This went on forever, Doctor. Forever, man.
Yeah, and you know. And my thing again is you've got to build up the baby faces. This is look, I always tell people this is the reason why I'm old school. I'm already watching half naked people in tights, half naked man in tights. That alone, for me, if I'm telling people that, they say, okay, you're weird. All right. So I'm okay. No, well, let me explain. It's a soap opera. It's a comic book come to life. You got to see. You got to watch what I'm saying. You got to watch what I'm trying to say to you. I'm telling you, come to my house and watch it. I would say back in like 1985, 90, 95, even 2000. If I brought someone to my house, they would be like, "Oh, this is intriguing." But now in 2021, I would be embarrassed to invite someone to my house.
Chris, you bring up a great point because I'm being dead serious now. if you are explaining to somebody why you are watching wrestling in 2021, I would love to hear what that explanation would be. I really would love, because, bro, back what you and I are talking about, bro, there could have been 10 different reasons why you're watching it. 10, you could have reeled off 10 different reasons. Why would you say you're watching? Bro, the only thing you could say, and bro, I was going to say, the only thing you could say is, oh, bro, they've got unbelievable fake fights. But no, bro, unbelievable. That main event, bro, was so sloppy. That's not unbelievable. Like, that's an indie match. So if we take away the unbelievable fake fights, why are we watching this? I mean, bro, the only thing I can put over, here's the only thing I could really put over, and I've put this over from day one, Chris, you and I both. The men and women in this sport are blue-collar workers.
100%.
Every time that bell rings, these gals and guys are busting their buttocks.
100%.
They work very hard, whether it's sloppy, horrible, terrible. They all work extremely hard. That is the number one thing I can put over. How hard these wrestlers are working in the ring. But I got to tell you something, Chris. That's not a reason to watch the show.
I agree. It's just, and I 100% agree with you. The talent there, they bust their butts. They train, it takes a whole lot of endurance to do what they do, and not everybody can go in the ring. And there's a difference between, I do 30 to 40 minutes of cardio a day at the gym, and usually 40, but after my back surgery, I brought it down to 30, and I'm going back to 40 here in a little bit. But it's like, look, that's one type of endurance, but to run those ropes and do a whole bunch of other stuff. I used to amateur wrestle, and it took a lot of endurance. To this day, I hate bear crawls, because we would do bear crawl after bear crawl after bear crawl all the time. And I can just imagine in the professional wrestling, running the ropes and that type of bumps and growing a callousness toward that. And I get it. I can sympathize with the talent there, but it's just, again, you have to maximize your minutes. If someone's a really good actor and they don't go out to the audition with their best foot forward, and they're like, you know what, maybe I can hold back and see if the person is going to wait till next time. No, you can't afford to do that. You got to go. And look, if you don't maximize your minutes, you'll be like General Hall, in here 1 week and gone the next. You got to maximize it.
Yeah. Chris, it's funny. I'll never forget. I remember back in TNA many, many years ago, bro. This is the early 2000s probably. But I remember like I was going to have a brawl with Jeff Jarrett, right? So, Chris, I knew like a couple of weeks in advance, because I'm writing this stuff. So I knew it was going to happen. So, Chris, in my mind, I'm like, okay, bro, like, I'll do 40 minutes of cardio a day for a month. Okay, bro? And I did. I did 40 minutes of cardio a day for a month. Bro, I'll never forget. It opened up by Jeff cutting a promo in the ring, me blindsiding him, taking him down, rolling around on the mat, trading punches, this and that. Then we rolled out to the floor. Chris, swear to God, by the time I rolled out to the floor, I was blown up. Blown up. And I did for an entire month. You have no idea, bro. Like, you have no idea till you're in there. That's why when I watch them, I know the freaking conditioning. I mean, bro, like I'm looking at, I said, what's his face there?
T-Bar and Mace.
Bro, I always call him Apollo Crews because that's who he was at TNA.
Xavier Woods.
Bro, Xavier Woods and Riddle.
Consequences Creed, right? He used to be
Consequences Creed. Him and Riddle, like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, I'd be dead. Like, I'd be dead. But, and bro, I respect that more than anything. And that's why, Chris, at the end of the day, you got to feel sorry for these performers, bro, because there's nothing else they can do.
Yeah, it's so true. It's like you're really busting your butt and you're really putting everything in just to say, okay, thank you. No, you won't be on there next week. I mean, just all the endurance, all the training, all the conditioning that you have to do for that 10-minute slot just to find out, oh, thanks. See you next week. Next week comes. We've got nothing for you. I mean,
you know, there was a great, Chris, I read a great article this week. Just today, just as when it was an interview, it wasn't an article, but you know, bro, it was Bischoff who was just there in a creative role. And, you know, he only lasted a couple of months, but he talks about like what that creative looks like on the inside. Oh my God, Chris, I'm reading this and I'm like, how did you guys ever let it get to this? It's not that complicated. Right. I mean, Eric, the way Eric described it, bro, it's like there's no hope. Yeah. Like, you know, Eric makes it clear, and I've been saying this for years, and I wasn't hands-on. Bro, the system is broken. Yeah. It does not work. It will not work. And when you read like Eric's insights, it's like, what did you guys do?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Sad indeed. We get the promo. We get Mandy Rose and Bouncy Brooke talking about the tour coming up. We got to go here. We got to go here. And then we got to look and Bouncy Brooke. And we got the promo, man. That was one of my highlights of the night, man. We got to see the Bouncy Brooke. We got a few people just randomly talk about promos about the going back in July. Morrison talked about it. Jeff Hardy out of nowhere, like, okay, we're going to get it. And Jeff Hardy's awesome, but it's like, why in the world would like the production team say, okay, let's put 4 of the most just blandest 50-50 non-over talent to promote going live in July. You had Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, John Morrison, and Jeff Hardy, the most non-over talent we have on Raw.
Bro, let me tell you something. They're in for a rude awakening because I've got a simple question, Chris. What are you paying to go see? Like,
definitely not those 4 people.
What are you going to see? Like, bro, listen, they literally will be giving tickets away. What are you paying to go see? Chris, I swear to God, bro, my son just turned 34. This is a true story, bro. My son turned 34. So I was 26 when my son was born. Mm-hmm. Chris, my son was born in May, okay? Bro, we just came off of WrestleMania 3, the Savage Steamboat match.
Nice.
Bro, I'm 26 years old. They were coming back. My son's birthday is May 1st. May 1st, bro, Nassau Coliseum, Savage Steamboat in a steel cage match. I was 26. I couldn't wait to go see this.
Yeah.
Coming off of WrestleMania. What are these people paying to go see? What are you going to see?
I mean, you're going to see Squeaky Cedric. You're going to see Shanky and Cranky. You're going to see Bouncy Brooke. And you're going to see zombies. That's what you're going to see.
I can't speak for SmackDown. I don't watch SmackDown. I'm not speaking for SmackDown. I'm speaking for Raw. What are you paying to go see?
Honestly, I watch both, and I would much rather see SmackDown than Raw any day of the week. I would any day of the week. It's a decent show, you know, because Roman Reigns is really a cut above the rest, you know, as far as his character is concerned. He's the only really just really over character, because he really hasn't lost in like just about a year, which is great, you know. And so other than that, it's like I can handle SmackDown, probably because it's more compact within 2 hours as opposed to filling stretch with 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so, you know, yeah, I would see SmackDown rather than Raw any day of the week. But as far as Raw is concerned, I mean, it's just a dumpster fire. I mean, every single week, and we get the same matches and we get the same gimmicks, and nobody's over. It's like there's nobody on Raw right now, as opposed to Roman Reigns on SmackDown. There's nobody on Raw that stands out above anybody else. No. Just nobody at all. No. Speaking of Squeaky Cedric, we see backstage MVP Bobby Lashley, Adam Pearce. Then we get the stipulation of if MVP or Bobby Lashley interrupts, it's a 90-day suspension without pay, ladies and gentlemen. Now Pearce goes from a matchmaker to now he's changing people's contracts now. Vince, when did this happen?
Well, first of all, bro, let's back this up for a second. Lashley has to defend the belt against the winner, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if he interferes in the match, then he's suspended for 90 days, right?
Yeah.
Then you don't have to defend the belt.
Right.
Oh, so why wouldn't he do it? He doesn't need the money. He's the champ.
Without pay.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, but come on. He's a champ. He's got the money. We see all the beautiful women. Yeah. Why wouldn't he interfere? Then he wouldn't have to worry about defending the title in 90 days.
I get off for 3 months.
Wouldn't it be you'll be stripped of the title if you would, like, shouldn't that be it, bro? Yeah. Like, how hard is that to understand? And I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Why wouldn't he interfere? Then he wouldn't have to defend the title for 90 days.
I mean, either stipulation is a fake stipulation that's not going to be used anyways. You might as well make it a little bit more realistic of saying, yes, you'll get it stripped. That's much more costly than interrupting and getting off 3 months. You got all the women, you got all the nice suits. You're good. You're at least 3 months.
Vacation with AJ and Almas.
Absolutely.
Take a 3 month vacation, bro.
Yeah, 3 month vacation. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, he'll be joining. Well, Omos is and AJ is back now. Gender Shanky and Cranky, they're over there now. Yeah, they're over there, and Mason T-Bar, they're over there now. They're all over there now. Yeah. So next we have Squeaky Cedric against Shelton Benjamin. I mean, I can't. I cannot bear Cedric Alexander's promos.
That's your pet peeve, bro.
I can't do it. I just can't. He's like, we're gonna do it. I can't bear.
Bro, when Cedric Alexander starts cutting a promo, do you hear this, bro, in your house?
Yes. I hear that, and I try to hear the Charlie Brown's teacher. I'd rather hear that than Cedric. Yes, I'd rather hear that than Cedric's pro. Cedric Alexander, as good as he is in the ring, super talented guy in the ring.
Yeah,
I just wish that he had better teaching. Please,
well, then they put him with a mouthpiece. They put him with a mouthpiece, and they took the mouthpiece away.
Right, and he was much more intimidating. He looked the part when he had MVP as his mouthpiece. Yeah. Now it's like Cedric Alexander when he had the mouthpiece. he's like the really cute girl on Instagram that gives you all the filters, and you only get like this part of her face. Yeah, and she's really pretty, right? And then you get infatuated with the neck up pick, and then you're like, oh man, we've got to meet, right? And so you meet her. You're like, okay, so look, we got to meet. Movie theater, 8 o'clock Friday night. All right, and so you go to the movie theater, and you're like, wonder where she is. And all of a sudden, she walks to you like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? And you're like, whoa, oh, yeah, no, I gotta
You boo her out of the building. You boo her right out of the building.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I mean, you boo her right out the building, and you're like, and you just she's entirely different than what you expect her to be.
Yeah.
And you're trying to play it off, but you try to cut it short. You do one of the phone gimmicks, but like, like, oh man, I got a business call, I got to roll. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different feel, and that's what Cedric is to me with the mic. It's a whole different feel than her business.
Yeah.
It's terrible, Vince. I can't do it. He beat Cedric Alexander though, 50-50. Again, this puts nobody over.
Yeah, well, what it does is it gives you a rubber match for next week.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. And at the same deal, we're going to see more of and hear more of Cedric's promos. And so I'm probably going to start muting the TV when Cedric comes on.
And MVP is still wearing the Hurt Business.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's still living the gimmick, man. He's still living the gimmick, brother. Yeah. Next we have Riddle defeating Xavier Woods. This was a pretty solid match. I mean, this really didn't mean anything, but
no, they
solid match.
These guys work very, very. Bro, whatchamacallit, this Riddle is a bumping fool. Bro.
Yeah,
he's a bumping fool. Great athlete, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Great athlete, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nice little twist from the using the RKO at the end with and I'm glad that Orton's not appearing either. I think that adds a little bit more mystique to it too. Yeah. We'll see what happens with this. We'll see if Riddle's kind of going in the dark side. There's a couple twists and turns this can go to. So I think there's some potential with here, and I think that it was a pretty solid match. So I'm definitely gonna put this match over.
Yeah.
Riker defeating AJ Styles. That was a big your boy Gunner. That was a big surprise, man.
With the big win, bro. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. What do you think about that? Does this go anywhere other than a tag team title match between two heels? But it seems like they're pushing AJ and Omos as kind of a baby faces now.
I guess, bro. I mean, I don't know why. It looked awkward watching that dude run, and they're trying to put over. Like,
exactly.
I'm like, no, bro.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe
I don't want to see a big guy run like that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
it would be very, very, very awkward.
You need to be it needs to be like King Kong Godzilla. Like every step is like thunderous. You know what I mean? Yes. Not you running like a little squirrel around somewhere. Like,
exactly. But big win for Gunner, bro. My boy Gunner. Yes.
Yeah, big win.
Yes.
Omos comes out, like I said, attacks Elias post match. He pounces him through the LED board. B-roll time. Sheamus and Carrillo once again. It's this is what you get. Yet another match between these two, and your boy Ricochet at the end interferes after Sheamus wins. He attacks Carrillo, and here comes Ricochet. So either this is going to be a handicap match of Ricochet and Carrillo against Sheamus, or somehow a triple threat match between all three of them at Hell in a Cell, or on another Raw. It seems like this doesn't even seem like a pay-per-view match.
Can I comment on that?
Absolutely.
Whoopee.
Yeah.
Whoopee. Bro, like, wow.
I mean, who's really getting over in this U.S. This is, and Sheamus is a good U.S. champ. I mean, he looks like a legit U.S. champ. He looks like a dominant champ. But why? I mean, and I like Ricochet. Like I'm cool with Ricochet. Super, super nice guy. But I'm thinking in my head, like, why am I intrigued in someone like a Sheamus feuding against either one of them? Like, he seems like he can kick their head off, and he has basically kicked their head off.
You're not.
Why am I interested in this?
You're not, bro. You're just not.
Who do you think could feud against Sheamus?
Oh, what about gender? Yeah. Let's see that. Like, I don't care that they're both. Who freaking cares? I don't know what the finish is going to be.
Gotcha.
Let me see that. Let me see Jinder in a program with Sheamus.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
I would put. I see. The thing is, I think both of them, since both of them are heels, I think you got to protect both of them in some way. I would put a babyface in there. Why not Keith Lee? Why not bring Keith Lee back? Oh, that's your boy.
With Shatner in his corner,
yeah, that's
I'll watch that. If Shatner's in his corner, I'm all for that, bro.
Because if
Shatner's not in the corner, I'm not into it.
You're not. You gotta have Shatner.
What's the deal with him? You got any insight into that? Is he just in the doghouse or what?
Well, there's been so many different things. They said he was injured. Mia Yim had COVID, so he was protected for that for a while. And then because of injury and then COVID, and now he's like he was on the ride along or watch along during WrestleMania weekend, I believe. And so now they're just, as far as I heard, they're just trying to fit him in somewhere. And I'm just like, to me, that doesn't make sense at all to me. You're doing all these B-rolls every single week, the same promo, the same variation of matches, and you're still out of a 3-hour stretch with a bunch of stretched out backstage promos, still trying to fit somebody in. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Didn't they send him back, bro, because he wasn't working like a big man or something? I had
heard him and Omos and Otis, and there was like a few cats they sent back, yeah. But I mean, it was back to the PC type of deal. But yeah, I don't. And then Mia Yim is defending him on Twitter now, talking about it's nobody's business. You know,
what is she doing?
You know, they're dating. They're engaged.
Oh, but what is she doing on the show?
Oh, what is she doing? Nothing. Nothing. She was with Retribution, and then when she left, when Retribution split up, she's been gone. Yeah, she's been gone. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me check and see when her last match was. I'll check and see what her last match is real quick. Her last match.
March.
Let me check. Her last match was
February, March.
Wow.
January?
December 28th.
Wow.
2020.
Wow.
She lost against Nikki Cross.
5 months.
On main event. Her
5 months.
Her last Raw match, it was Reckoning and Slapjack lost against Ricochet and Bouncy Brooke, baby. Bouncy Brooks. Yeah. She's on up, down, down is what Chris is saying. Xavier Woods' spot. But yeah, that's the last. It's been 6 months since he's wrestled, just about. At least 5. It's been 5 months since he's wrestled. So hasn't wrestled at all this year. So super sad to see because she's got talent, but wrong play. They put her in the wrong angle. That's why I got to give it up to Mercedes Martinez, because they wanted her, the other female, to be in there too. And Mercedes no, I'm like, because they would have her come out for a while.
Yeah. And
she was like, no, I will be pigeon. I'll be cornered and pigeonholed in this. And they put her back to NXT, and now she's like in the main event picture. Like she's been in main event matches. So that's a good call for her, because as you see, nobody from Retribution is getting television time now. Zero. Nobody. Not Mia, not Slapjack, not Mason T-Bar did for a couple weeks. Now they're gone.
Maybe they got heat because they blew up that generator.
That may be it. Yeah, maybe the generator from last year. So Vince is still he's still bitter about that, man. That was a lot of money coming from now we have that was it. We got a couple more things, but before we get the main event, though, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. So before the main event, ladies and gentlemen, we got something really special for you. One more time, ladies and gentlemen.
I was very impressed, bro. My God, I didn't. Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lots of, those tire flips are no joke, man. And the rope pulls.
You know, it's so funny when fat, lazy, out of shape people like me see like a Chris and Chris's arms and see the bouncy duo and see Eva Marie. Like, you hate people like that because you know you're too damn late. But I'm the complete opposite, bro. Like, I am so like that's it, because I was around it for so long, bro.
Yeah.
I saw what it took.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was watching her video and I'm like, holy crap, bro. Yeah. Like, how do you not respect that work ethic and that discipline? How do you not respect that?
I agree. What did I do with her though? That's the big question. I mean, they're talking about making her a babyface. I called that a few weeks ago. I was like, seems like they're cutting babyface promos. And it seems like that's what she's going to do. At this point, it seems like they're burying Asuka to kind of clear the way for Eva Marie to come in as a babyface. It seems like that's what they're doing.
I'm telling you my conspiracy theory, bro. I told you my conspiracy theory. Bro, listen. We know the WWE caters to the internet. That's what they do. They decided to go down that road, and that's their audience now. The internet hates Eva Marie. Babyface or heel, they're going to boo her on the building. All the comments on social media are going to be negative, and we know what happens, what the WWE does when that happens. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, she's got something on them. They had to bring her back. And they're going to make sure she fails. I'm telling you, bro. I know the system. I know how it works. I'm telling you, they set up certain people to fail so they could say,
yeah,
we tried it.
Yeah, we tried. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, and it really seems like they're setting her up for failure at this point.
It does.
It really does. They know the pulse of the social media. I mean, you have people,
of course,
who are running social media. Like, they're one of their bread and butter is based on as far as their demographics, their audiences. They talk about how many YouTube views this got the most rated YouTube views. They always are on the pulse when it comes to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and it's like they follow a lot of people, people. And I've even heard that we get some eyes on us, and it's like they know the pulse of the social media. They know it.
Bro, I got to tell you something, man, because bro, she's got to really love the business because, bro, if I was having a conversation with Eva Marie, my first question would be, what the frig are you doing in the wrestling business?
Yeah.
Like you could be an action hero. You could be in movies. You are a legitimate star. Bro, I was saying that for years about Charlie Caruso. She was doing ESPN at the same time, and every time they were putting her on Raw, they were making her look like an idiot. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you on this show? Get off of this show. Yeah. So she really, really, really has to love wrestling, bro, because I don't believe she needs the WWE. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree. Like, she really... like, an action star really fits Eva. She's getting up there in age too, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's like 37 or so. She's pushing 40. So, like, to kind of start your she'll be 37 this year in a few months. And so, starting a career at 37 is kind of different for a female, although it shouldn't be, but it is kind of different as far as perception is concerned, especially like an Eva Marie who's was really green in the ring, for a long time, and I'm at almost 37 years old, starting your career and trying to establish it. There's not a lot of people who can start that late. And, DDP was one of them who was able to be successful. Rico Constantino, in a sense, he ended up becoming tag team champ. But a lot of people don't really start their in-ring career that late.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think that she can be a really big action star, like you said. But here's the thing. I think, like you said, I think you make a really good point. I think at the end of the day, they are kind of already setting her up for a really, really, really bad future in the WWE, because especially with the fans coming back in a month and a half, and it's like, good and well that the fans are not going to be into Eva Marie whatsoever. As much you want to make her a babyface, as soon as she gets in that ring, because that hardcore fans nowadays are so action heavy, right? So if you're not doing 15 flips and holding people, doing moonsaults from the rafters, they don't want any part of you. So if she's not doing that stuff, and if she's botching a couple times, it's a no-go. So she better prepare herself really good in the ring. So we shall see. Natalya and Tamina defeats Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the 23rd time, as if we were going to get excited about this match. But not only did they push this pyro gimmick, last week the pyro gimmick was clearly done by Alexa Bliss and Lily, which did not make an appearance. You're trying to stretch out three hours, but they didn't make an appearance. But now you're making this gimmick mysterious, as if we didn't know last week what it was Alexa Bliss and Lily. That didn't make any sense to me. Now you're kind of making it mysterious, like, oh man, nobody's showing with the promo now, with the pyro now. But we still get the same tag team matches we've done over and over and over again. But Vince, they're really trying to sell the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger for this week's Raw, ladies and gentlemen, is Shayna Baszler gets upset at Reginald, and this is going to lead to a match between Reginald and Shayna Baszler, as if Reginald has not fought plenty of female talent since he's been there. Like, this is nothing new.
Well, bro, first of all, like, this is the main event, and this match was so sloppy.
It was very
sloppy. So sloppy. And I usually don't like to talk about the work, Chris, because I'm not a wrestler. But when I'm a fan and I'm looking at something that's sloppy, I'm going to say it's sloppy.
Yep.
But, bro, here's another thing with this. Bro, could you have not at least made the guy walk towards the pyro? Bro, he walked down the middle of the stage. The pyro was nowhere near him, bro. And he's blinded and he's selling you. Bro, the pyro was wide left, wide right. You walked right down the middle. He's nowhere close to it. It's like, bro, can you not get anything right? Anything. Then, bro, we see Shayna Baszler jacking him up, and you're seeing Nia Jax in the background, like, not even trying to help the dude. And oh my gosh, bro, please, man, come on, bro.
That was the close of the show, Vince. I mean, that was it. We're leading to Hell in a Cell, a month out of Hell in a Cell, and this is what we get on Raw. You stretch 3 hours of Raw, and at the end of the stretch, it's like, okay, we're going to watch this Raw. Let's at least hope for a cliffhanger for next week. And the pitch is Shayna Baszler versus Reginald. Who, like, again, you tell me, who in the world would want to see the end of that? So if I'm a casual fan and you know, it's 11 o'clock. I'm a night owl, just like me. I'm a night owl, and I'm clicking around, and I'm like, huh, wrestling. Okay, I wonder what WWE's all about nowadays. It's been a while since I watched it, and I catch the end of it, and I see Shayna Baszler with her brown with her black makeup talking to Reginald. Why are you such a screw up? You and me next week. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, whoa, I got to check this out next week. Let me put this on the calendar. Like, who, Vince? Who does this? Who?
You know, Chris, I'm always feeling, and listen, I know that I'm older and I'm getting older, but I measure it against other sports.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Chris, I saw Willie Mays play baseball. Okay. When I'm watching baseball today and I'm seeing a Mike Trout and a Bryce Harper, you know, and a Fernando Tatis Jr., those guys belong. I mean, I saw Mays and McCovey and all the greats. I saw them all. Yeah. But I see this new crop of players. They belong. They're the real thing, even though I've gone from a 12-year-old kid to a 60-year-old man. These guys look like they belong. When Mike Trout walks up to the plate, you're like, this guy could be one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
That's my problem. You just said, oh, somebody's saying I haven't turned on Raw in a while. Bro, when I'm turning on Raw and I'm watching those people in the main event, I'm like, my feeling is, who are these people?
Yeah.
Why is this Reginald in the main event and the last scene of the show of the biggest wrestling company in the world? This is the guy. Yeah. This is the guy. And Shayna Baszler, like that's my feeling. I mean, seriously, bro, if you haven't watched WWE and they put on that scene you're talking about, I'm telling you, Chris, their first response is, who are these people and why? Why are they on this show? I'm telling you, bro, I hate to sound that way and I hate to be that way, but that's just the way the whole show feels, with the exception of a couple of people.
Agreed. I agree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut it there. That's really all we got. I mean, this was a B-roll show, and at the end of the day, I mean, it just felt redundant. There was nothing excited to look forward to for this show, and that was the show. So Vince, let them know about the brand, my man.
Yeah, guys, you want some real entertainment. Check out russosbrand.com and also patreon.com/RussoTWC. Bro, I've got dozens of shows with dozens of different wrestlers from the business that have been there and done that. We started like 75 cents a week with no long-term commitment. Check it out, bro.
Good stuff. And the crowd is chat is still extremely hype right now. We're in 3 digits still. So thank you so much for all of the fans here. Be sure to hit that sub button. That's right. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, y'all. You know we have fun every single week, and I can't go because they're starting to get so over. All right, I think this is the deal. I need one of you guys out there. I know there's a lot of people in the chat. 1 or 2 of y'all can draw. All right, so we need some t-shirts for the focus group. We need some t-shirts for B-Roll Raw. All right, Eat the Clock Raw. And last but not least, Bouncy Brooks, ladies and gentlemen. That's
what we do. I've got to believe. I hate to end the show on a sad note. After watching these shows for the last month, bro, I would have to believe that the majority of the people in the focus group have taken their own life. I've got to believe that they are no longer with us. They have taken their own lives, bro.
I think that they were almost there. Yeah, they were almost there, but you know, I gave them some referrals. I got some colleagues, you know, who are fellow psychotherapists. I gave them some referrals, and they were hooked by the vacation. They were hooked by the AJ Omos vacation.
Yeah. Yes,
and so they're like, "Ooh, man, you know, I'm really just going through a lot right now watching this." But thankfully, you know, I was able to help redeem the focus group, and you know, they're back in action. Here's the thing. Comment of the night. Good job, Derek. He needs a round of applause. The focus group has turned into those zombies. Very nice, Derek. Very nice.
You know, Chris, I just want to wrap this up by saying this honestly. I can wrap this up and put a little button on this real simply. Bro, if they don't care, we're not going to care. And you look at this show, bro, they don't care.
Yeah.
They need 3 hours of contract to fulfill their contractual obligations with USA. So there's USA, here's your show.
Yeah.
They don't care what they put on the show. And if they don't care, I sure as heck am not going to care.
That's the reason why we have so much fun every week. Like, here's the thing, Vince. We got to do this. If it's just a very just kind of matter of fact, systematic, you know, segment by segment review, this would be a boring show, just like a lot of other Raw reviews are boring.
Bro,
you know
I cannot believe, bro, seriously, what you just said there, Chris, I cannot believe that there are people out there that actually cover this show seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. It's like there's dozens of channels that covers Raw, like on a serious note. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to bring some levity as a psychotherapist. You've got to bring levity to 3 hours of this. Otherwise, you'd be in some peril, like the focus group was. So, he's Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. You've caught another episode of Legion of Raw, and you have a great night, because Bouncy Brooks sure will. Have a good night.